Hey guys, what is going on? I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Elliot. Welcome back to The Fragrance Well. So today we're going to be talking about citrus fragrances. I got 5 here that I'm going to rank top 5 citrus fragrances in my collection. We're still in that, dead heat of summer. It's extremely hot out, so the best time of year to wear fragrances that feature citrus in some kind of way is right now. So why not go over a few of my favorites? Let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. So let me go ahead and get it out the way. There are plenty of great options that could go on this list. There's some that I think deserve to be on this list. I just don't have a bottle of them yet. So let's go ahead and feature an honorable mention that if I had a bottle, it would definitely be on this list. Neo from the House of Xerjoff. That is an outstanding citrus opening in that fragrance. Afterwards, it kind of dries down to more of a very fresh and soapy fragrance, but the citrus opening is to die for, in my opinion. But I do not have a full bottle of it yet, mainly because I just think there are more interesting fragrances from Xerjoff that I wanted before that one. At some point I will get Neo, but I don't have it right now, but that is an honorable mention. So coming in at the 5th spot, I don't have a full bottle of this, but I do have a good 10 milliliter sample from the House of Thameen. It's Fanfare. Thameen's Fanfare. This is a new release. This fragrance was released this year. The fragrance I would more so classify as a green, herbaceous floral fragrance, but the opening of this, there is a lemon accord that is one of the most realistic lemon accords I have smelled in fragrances. I mean, you talk about painting a photorealistic picture in your mind that you just sliced up a lemon, squoze it a little bit, got the juices coming out of it, and put it right to your nose. This fragrance here does that for me. The lemon accord does not last long in this fragrance. It's gone in about 5 minutes. So that is the reason I'm gonna put it in the 5th spot. And after that, like I said, it's not really a citrus fragrance to me anymore once that lemon fades away. But it is so good that I just had to put it on the list. I mean, it beats out a lot of the other fragrances I was considering in terms of how well the citrus is done. So once again, in the 5th spot, this is Thameen Fanfare. Not sure if I want a full bottle of this yet, but I do like this little 10 milliliter sample I got, and I can give it some wear, so I consider it an acquisition. All right, on to the number 4 top 5 citrus fragrance from the House of Mason Francis Kurkdjian. This is Aqua Celestia Forte. MFK Aqua Celestia Forte. If you've ever gotten your nose on this fragrance, there's no denying this is a fresh and citrusy and clean powerhouse. The primary listed accord for citrus for this fragrance is lime. You definitely get that liminess to this. So with the other one, Fanfare, you got a lemony accord. This one here, you're getting more of a lime-like accord, and it is beautiful. What I like about this one is the citrusy characteristic of the fragrance does stay throughout the life of the fragrance. Obviously, there are other accords and notes keeping that vibe alive, because obviously citrus oils do not last very long. They break down very quickly on the skin. But using other accords, this fragrance keeps that zinginess throughout the life of the fragrance. Like I said, it's very fresh, very clean, has a soapiness to it. You got some floral notes in here to kind of help support that. You also have peppermint that gives it a very nice pop. Beautiful fragrance. Not really one that I wear a lot though. That's kind of why I'm putting it in the 4th spot. I kind of like smelling this on a woman more than I like smelling it on myself, but no doubt about it. You want a citrusy fragrance, great for the high heat. This one will absolutely work. Once again, from the House of Mason Francis Kurkdjian, Aqua Celestia Forte. So coming in at the number 3 spot from the House of Mancera, Vetiver Sensuel. Vetiver Sensuel from the House of Mancera. Beautiful, juicy, watery citrus opening for this fragrance. It's basically a concoction of citruses, so it's not really featuring one or the other. The listed accords are bergamot, lemon, lime, and orange, so it's all blended together to just give you a beautiful citrus opening. The fragrance does keep a lot of that freshness throughout. The citrus element of it does eventually fade. You get more of a green, fresh, and vetiver vibe. But there's no doubt about it, this is one of the most beautiful, balanced citrus openings I have in my collection. This one here reminds me of water that's been infused with cut up citrus pieces. In other words, sometimes you'll see it in a hotel, a water bin that has orange slices and lemon slices, maybe some lime slices as well, and you just drink the water and it's just a citrusy water. This is what this smells like to me. Great one from the house of Mancera. Awesome citruses you are going to experience with this fragrance. Once again, Mancera Vetiver Essential Oil coming in at the 3rd spot. All right, coming in at the number 2 spot from the house of Hermes, Terre d'Hermes Eau Givrée. Terre d'Hermes Eau Givrée. I mean, if you haven't gotten your nose on this, what are you doing, first of all? And number 2, if you have, you know what I'm talking about. Citron in the opening, basically giving you the smell of fresh grapefruit. It's tart, it's rindy, it's very photorealistic. If you were to blindfold someone and make them smell this fragrance, they would probably think you just gave them a slice of grapefruit. I know citron is the listed accord for the citrus in this fragrance. If you've ever had citron, it's very similar to grapefruit. It's just easier to say grapefruit because that's a citrus more people can associate with. This fragrance does keep its freshness all the way through, but the grapefruit-like accord does eventually fade. So that is the only reason I put this fragrance at the number 2 spot, but it is always going to be a top contender until something else better comes along, in my opinion. So once again, at the number 2 spot from the house of Hermes, Terre d'Hermes Eau Givrée. All right, guys, coming in at the number 1 spot from the house of Nishane, this is Oolong Cha. Oolong Cha from the house of Nishane. This right here, this has to be the most calming, relaxing fragrance I have in my collection that is also going to give you a briskness and brightness and give you awesome citrus-like accords all the way through the life of the fragrance. I like to describe this fragrance as an orange tea. Also features bergamot, tangerine. This fragrance is fresh from start to finish. There is no denying it, and it keeps that orangey tea-like vibe throughout the entire wear. Lately, I've been really focusing a number of my purchases on getting really good high quality citrus fragrance, or at least fragrances that have a good element of citrus in them, into my collection. And this one here has definitely been one of the best acquisitions this year. So once again, coming in at the number 1 spot for the top 5 citrus fragrances in my collection, Oolong Cha from the house of Nishane. All right, guys, that was my top 5 citrus fragrances in my collection. Do any of you guys have any of these 5? Let me know what you think of them. Also, let me know some of your favorite citrus fragrances. I know there are plenty out there that would be good additions to this list that were not featured in this video. So hey, let's talk about it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new content. Remember to be well and smell well, and I will see you in the next episode of The Fragrance Well. Have a good one.